Now that you're more informed about the hard cases, now it's time to learn about gig bags. The first type of gig bag that we're going to learn about is the economic one. Economic gig bags are literally just fabric with very, very little padding. There's another type of economic gig bag, which is the Economy Plus, or well, that's what I call them, which they have slightly more padding, upgraded zippers, they're more durable. There's also the heavy padded micro suede gig bags are made of gamusina. And you also have vinyl gig bags that have a lot of padding. The vinyl material is a lot sturdier, it'll take a beating. And then you also have the faux leather gig bags, and you have professional grade fabric gig bags that also are very padded. The first type of gig bag that we're going to talk about, I'm actually going to use one for a guitar so you can see it, is the Accesories brand, made in Paracho, Michoacan. And this is mostly fabric, has fabric handles, has a little bit of padding. If you see it, you can see that it's a little bit of padding. You can hear that padding a little bit, but it's very thin. They come with small zippers. They are designed for portability, not for protection. So this is a very light gig bag. You grab it and you go. The rivets are made out of plastic here in the back. The handle and the rivets, they're made out of plastic. So you can see the type of material that they are is not necessarily the best to take on beatings and to take on, on very heavy carrilla. You gotta make sure that you take very, very good care of your instrument. If you go to a chamba, if you're in a school group or anything like that, you have one of these. Be the last one to put your instrument in, in the car, the trunk, wherever, so you can put it at the top. And be very careful, if it's the trunk of a car, that you don't close the trunk and the little parts that keep the trunk, that hold the weight of the trunk, crush your instrument. I can tell you from experience, from both friends of mine and myself having had made that mistake, or actually not me, but someone, when I put my guitar away, they moved it to put their instrument in, closed the trunk, and completely crushed my guitar. So it seems to be a pattern of me destroying guitars. So you just got to be very careful. This is for someone that values lightness over protection, and that will take very, very good care of their instruments. The other type of gig bags that we have, it's also made by the Accesories brand, is what I call the Economy Plus, or the Econo Plus. It's not its name, but it's a plus. It's a very light, and I do have an instrument here. It's a very light gig bag, but as you can see, has a lot more padding. The material is different from the other one. The other one is just regular fabric. This one's actually a shinier material. The zippers are bigger and more durable. This will be the same as the other gig bag. The only difference is that it will withstand, golpes a little bit better than the other type of gig bag. You shouldn't count on this type of gig bag to save your instrument from someone being careless or someone dropping it or hitting your bag on accident. You still got to be very careful. But again, super light, great for chambas, great for when you work with people that are careful around your things. It's just a good gig bag. But again, don't expect the best protection from it. The next type of gig bag that we have is the heavy padded micro suede gig bags. So the cool thing about these gig bags is that they're still very light, but they are a lot more protected. They have a lot of padding on it, very similar, you can see, to the design that you saw on the Econo Plus model of the Accesories gig bags. But the type of padding that they have is a lot thicker. The rubber handles that they have are very, very durable. Some of them come with handles on both sides, not every model, so you just have to tell whoever your maker is, or if you ever end up ordering from us, whether you want one handle or two handles. Very balanced, you can put it on both sides. Has a really big pocket, which is something that I personally love about this gig bag, because in here, I'm going to open so you can see just how much space you have. I usually carry on my vihuelas that I have in this type of gig bag. I carry 2 or 3 sets of strings. I carry my files, my nail clippers. I carry straps, tuners, everything. This turns into a little gordito boat right there, but you can fit everything. If you fold your music, you can actually put your music here, either fold it in half like that, and you don't have, it won't get all ruffled up and look nasty. So they provide outstanding protection for your case. You don't have to get into the heaviness of a hard case. And personally, whenever I fly or whenever I travel in Mexico on a bus, airlines, or in the US, this is the type of gig bag that I like to carry for vihuelas, and even for guitarrones, because when I put it in the overhead compartment, it fits a lot better. It's not as bulky as a cardboard or a fiberglass or wood case. And also, in the case of guitarrones, when I've traveled with guitarrones, I put the fragile stickers on it, I wrap it around in saran wrap and plastic. But when the flight attendants grab it and they see how light it is, they expect something heavy and hard. They don't toss it around as much because they know that they are more likely to break something that's in a soft container than something that's in a hard case, and they won't toss it around. So that's a plus of the micro suede gig bags. A lot of them also come with backpack straps, so you can put it on and go. I would recommend actually to put it on the other way, not up like this, like a missile launcher. Put it down, that way it doesn't go over your head. The one thing that I would be careful with these, they're very well protected. They're padded, they're nice and beautiful. But that doesn't mean that you can just grab it and toss it around. That doesn't mean that you can just put it first and then everybody can load up their instruments and you're good to go. It's still made out of fabric. It's still a soft case. It's very, very protected, but it will not withstand pressure. So if you toss something heavy on top of it, say goodbye to your instrument. Most of these gig bags, the microfiber gig bags, come with upgraded zippers. You can see here the size. This is huge. This is almost the girth of my thumb. The zipper heads are massive, which means they're going to be very durable. One of the problems with most of the gig bags is that you zip it enough times and the head of the zipper breaks. You're going to be opening this a lot of times. You're going to have it for years potentially. So having nice big zipper heads or the zipper little handles is great because it will last forever. So it's something that will be very, very, very durable. Another great thing about these different micro suede gig bags is that you can get them in pretty much any color. If they make the fabric in that color, you can get it in that color. There's wine, honey, gray, brick, olive green, flag green, royal blue, navy blue, red, black, pink, purple, chocolate, any color. If the fabric is made in that color, you can make it, and you can also customize it with embroidery, with your school logo and things like that. That makes it awesome. It's an extra little plus that I like for those types of gig bags. Okay, the other type of case that we have in the gig bag family is the fabric case. So you can see right here a very different type of fabric from the economic line or even the Econo Plus. This is a lot more durable. If you were to spray it, with a protector for water and stains, it won't be waterproof, rather. It will be very water resistant. Again, very durable, lots of padding everywhere. Thick padding. Again, very big bag that you can put all your accessories in. We won't go too much into detail because it's almost a copy paste of the micro suede. The only thing that varies is the material. The last type of case or gig bag that we're going to talk about is the vinyl, the hard vinyl material. Very similar to the micro suede, to the fabric, to the heavy padded fabric one. Very similar to the economic ones in the sense that it's very light. It's a little bit heavier because of the type of fabric. It's a little bit heavier than the other ones. The only thing that this does not have as much padding. I'm going to open it so you can actually see the type of padding that it has. And we have one of our custom vihuelas here. The padding is nice. It doesn't have, the extra little rivets right here. It's just a solid piece because of the type of material. It's a lot harder to work with. So you don't get all the subdivisions of padding, which ultimately might not make much of a difference because it is a padded instrument. To bring this vihuela fermata right there, product placement. I'm going to put it back here on the side, but you can see it's very padded. It is very, very durable. Same thing. It does not have padding on the inside. So this is a very splash proof, and mind you, splash proof, not waterproof type of case. You know, you splash at an accident, you know, it slides right off, wipe it quickly, nothing happens. It has a plastic thing that, you know, it will offer a lot more protection against water than the fabric or the microsuede. Microsuede might get ruined with liquids. You can probably spray some type of Scotch Guard or something on it. The fabric, same thing, but this is a lot better. You know, if you're gonna be in environments that might be more prone to splashing. The only thing I personally don't like is the pocket. Again, it goes back to limited space, so it's a little bit less. We're gonna try and get some samples with bigger pockets, but in the meantime, you know, you still get a way bigger pocket than one of the hard cases, a little bit smaller pocket than the microsuede or the fabric cases. All the links are going to be down below on the text underneath the video. Check out the products below. It will have a link to almost every one of these products. There are some that we personally don't carry and that we have not found a reliable source, but still wanted to inform you about it. Even if it's not our product, we still wanted to make sure that you are informed so you can make the best decisions. That being said, if you have any questions, leave a comment below on the videos. Leave us a comment on social media. Just send us a message and we're here to help. This has been Fred Sanchez with Mariachi Clothing Company, and see you around on the next video.